Okay, Unit 8, Day 6. Nets and cross sections. Alright, so we're going to talk about deconstructing 3D shapes. So, a net is a breakdown or deconstruction of a 3D shape into a 2D drawing. So, if you think about this, look at the two shapes that are the same. If you have two polygons that are the same shape, you know you have a prism. That's your first thing. And then you just see what kind of shape you have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that makes it a pentagonal prism. So if you kind of imagine, this would be connecting those two pieces, but if you folded this up like so, and this got wrapped around, you would have a pentagonal prism, which would end up looking like this. I don't know what's happening here. Okay, so each of these panels is each of these panels right here, wrapping around the pentagonal prism. So what shape am I? Sorry, the board's acting goofy. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pentagonal, and there's two of them. So you know you have a prism because you have two shapes the same. And again, you have one base here, and this is the wrapping that goes around, the lateral pieces, the lateral rectangles. What shape am I? Now, notice here, we only have one polygon. We don't have two, so it's not a prism. And if you notice, instead of having rectangles, what do we have? We have a bunch of triangles, which means when these fold up, they're going to fold up to one point. There's a triangle. See? So there's your triangle. So this is a rectangular pyramid. One polygon and triangles wrapping around. What shape am I? Now again, you have two of the same shape, but they're not polygons, they're circles. And then, so if you think about it, this and this are your lids, and this is your label. So like having a vegetable can. Okay, so this is a cylinder. Technically it's a right cylinder because you have a right angle here, but cylinder. What shape am I? Okay, this time you have only one circle. So it can't be a cylinder. And you can kind of look, it's coming to a point. We have a cone. Okay, so now a cross section. If you may have done this in biology, a cross section is slicing a 3D shape either horizontally or vertically. And remember, horizontal is this way, vertically is top and bottom. Alright? So, if you cut these shapes, you're going to get different shapes, two-dimensional shapes, from it. So, for example, if I cut a slice through a can, or if I think about it, if I just sliced off the lid, what shape would I have? Well, I'd have a circle. That'd be with a horizontal cut. If I cut down this way, okay, if you cut a can open and see what shape you have, and this would be the one you have to think about, but from corner to corner, you know, it'd be hard to see, but you have a rectangle. So a vertical cut would give you a rectangle. Alright? So, what are the horizontal and vertical cross sections of a square pyramid? So again, if you went horizontal and cut straight through, just look at your base. Every time you cut, you'd be cutting off a smaller and smaller square. So for a horizontal cut, you'd be getting a square. And then for a vertical cut, now this one requires a little bit of imagining. You have to consider this. If you cut straight down through the shape, top to bottom, you would have a triangle. If you cut through the middle and cut straight down, you know, you'd have a point here, and you have a triangle. That's if you cut through the top. Now, if you didn't cut through the top, you actually would have a trapezoid, because you would be connecting, you know, like so. So it depends on where you cut. So this is if you cut through the top. Otherwise, you would have a trapezoid if you cut somewhere else. Okay. Horizontal and vertical of a right triangular prism. So if you cut straight through, again, when you're doing horizontal, just look at what's on the ground, the base. The horizontal is a rectangle. Okay? So if you cut horizontally, you have a rectangle. Basically the 8 by 10 floor of the shape. Now, if you cut straight down vertically, well, you can kind of cheat here and look at, you know, the right edge. That's a rectangle. But if you cut anywhere else within it, you'd still have a rectangular cut. It'd be getting smaller and smaller as you move towards your left, but either way, you're getting a rectangle. Okay, so you get smaller and smaller rectangles as you cut down through the shape. Okay, horizontal and vertical of a cone. Well, again, the cheat here is, for the horizontal, just look at the base. You know, if you cut through, you're going to keep getting smaller and smaller circles for the horizontal. And if you cut vertically down through the shape, you're going to get a triangle. Again, that's if you cut from the top. But if you cut from the side, like down here along the side, you're going to get a trapezoid. Okay, sphere. This one's pretty easy, because if you cut this way, you know, straight through, you're going to get a circle. And if you cut this way, you're going to get a circle, because it's a circle all the way around. And that's it.